Very solid episode. I really don't have any critiques. I think it could have been a little bit more entertaining, but then again, it's like I think these are all building up, right? You're getting the right people out. Janine is not adding to the game. I think a person like Janine, I'm always preaching about how like certain people need to go at certain spots in the game for your season to be good, and I think that this is Janine's spot. I mean, can we imagine a finale where Janine's there and it's not a good one? So I'm fine with it. I kind of telegraphed a Ryan boot coming. I don't know. His edit just seemed really like boot edit. Like we like got his story reintroduced. It didn't really feel like a boot episode for Janine, especially because they kept showing how horrible she is, and that's usually what they do when you're not going to get booted out because it's so obvious. But they just went with the obvious. She sucks at the game, so she went home, which I'm kind of fine with. So yeah. What do you guys think?
It definitely felt like a Ryan episode, but yeah, either of them going was fine for me. I didn't really care.
Yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, this episode was mid as hell. Someone had to say it. Cassie's got to go. She's annoying as hell. I really thought this could have been so cool. So I thought what was going to happen originally before Tribal was that Cassie's going to be a swing vote. You know, it was going to be like a 1 vote difference between Janine and Ryan or whatever. It was going to be really cool.
And then
they showed Cassidy voting for Ryan. And once it happened, I was like, oh yeah, Janine's going home. 100% Janine's
it was 9-2.
I don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
Like Sammy's like for the entire episode basically was like, oh yeah, I want to he like with the freaking jabbing his hands on his own hands like, oh, we need to change the game. We need to change the game, and I'm gonna flip this game. This
I'm not here to go home, bro. I'm not here to play it. Yeah,
this ain't how the game's supposed to be played, guys. And then he just votes out Janine. I guess maybe he was like, you know what, I don't want to rock the boat just yet.
Anyway, yeah, I really didn't think it was a good time to rock the boat anyway for him. I thought it was a little too early.
Agreed.
Me too.
I think he wasn't.
I think voting out
on
just. I think out of the people in that minority alliance, the best person to vote out is Janine. Nobody has ties to her. It doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. You're not starting.
Player, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think this episode, the editors, instead of trying to trick us and making us root for her, but then like also like not like her, but then like her, which is what they usually do for a boot edit, so that you like know them, but you don't love them. Instead, they just showed us why she went home. She's just completely horrible, absolutely miserable the whole time. You could tell she gave up basically from the start of the episode. It was just bad. It was just really, really bad. It's like some of the worst gameplay we've seen. Just pathetic. And I think I kind of like them doing that every once in a while. For me, it's just more fun to see that than them lie to us and like give us a strong woman edit. You know, if she's gonna play like a horrible game, I want to see her play that bad game. I really don't see any point in lying to us. So I didn't mind this type of edit. Usually I'm a big critique of the boot edit, but this episode was fine for me. What do you guys think of Ryan's like fake boot edit? Because I think we can all agree, like Ryan, it seemed like Ryan's time to go here.
Yeah, his story seems over. Maybe it's just nothing left to do with him.
Right, but maybe it's just the start of his arc.
His redemption arc.
No, catch even bigger fish.
His villain arc.
Yeah, his arc to I guess maybe like a runner up or a goat. I don't know, but
see,
good.
Like the only reason I was okay with Ryan going as an idea for Sammy is because Ryan I see as a bigger wild card where if he has an idea where he thinks is a really good idea, he'll probably try really hard to get it to happen. And you can't necessarily ring him in like Janine. You can pull Janine in and convince her. Ryan will do whatever he's set on.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, that's the benefit of these like a passive girl in the game. For me, like if it like I always tell myself like if I ever got on, the best ally to have is a goat. So obviously you want a goat first. So like someone who is not going to beat you at the end. That's the best ally. But the second best quality for me is either a really old person or a passive female. Those are the two players who are not going to blindside you. You are going to have the shot at them first. And Janine is the perfect example. I think NECA kind of fills that role of old person on this season, even though she's not really old. Again, a person who's not going to shoot you, you're going to get to them first. And I think that's big in this new era where like everyone's ally gets to them first. Like no one is just like, oh, I would never. Like we're solid to the end. It's very rare to find like a person who just isn't going to make a move on you. And for me, at this point, you can really only count on those old people and passive females to not make that move on you. So I would always do that if I got on, and I think that Sammy has found it with Gabler. Gabler is a little bit crazy. I don't think Gabler would blindside Sammy though. And I think that's the difference.
So you're really looking for an old passive female all in one. You get the whole thing.
What?
Yeah,
Yo,
that's like 3-for-1 deal right there, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that's us,
Old
bro.
passive female.
He's got to make sure your ally doesn't die before the end of the season.
Yeah.
It's like fucking yep. It's like the old folks home. You know, that's just that's basically what
old folks home.
Exactly.
Old folks home on Survivor. All right.
You gotta be like Russell Hantz, but like create the when you get on Survivor, Spencer, you gotta be like the
dumbass
old,
girls alliance.
the old bitch
like
alliance.
the dumbass old people alliance.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, because like I think nowadays it's so valuable to have a non-player on your team. Because like I think back in the day, like or even like pre-season 32, like up until like 33, I feel like every season you could point to a few people who are just non-players who are never going to make that move. And then I think starting with that Millennials versus Gen X cast, even your most passive player like CC still at least tried. Like, you know what I mean? Like there are people who you can point to. For example, I guess, you know, the latest season that I mentioned was Joe. Joe is not going to make a move. He's not going to be that guy to take you out. And you can go back from every single season and go through every single season and find, you know, that person. To me, I think in this new era, if you can have that person, it's so valuable. And that's why I think Sammy is in such a good spot, despite not being necessarily on top at this point. It's just because he has Gabler. That's so valuable to me, at least.
Well, Sammy's really good at damage control. So even when things don't necessarily go his way, he's able to smooth it over. So he betrayed Janine and Owen, right? Last episode. This episode, they're already willing to work with him again. I think that's going to be.
Wow. Sorry.
That is true.
This comment just popped out. Cassie's logic is, quote, anything with a wiener should go every week, unquote.
Let me just chop mine off real quick. And hold on.
I was just like completely calm, and then I just read that. Go ahead, guys.
It is true.
Don't let Carla read that. She might think she's getting a bunch of hot dogs for.
Oh, where's the hot dogs?
Carla definitely wants to avoid wieners at all costs. Not the food,
which is crazy because she's fat as hell. But like,
it's crazy.
Yes,
it says it in my name. Like Cassie's got to go. Like all this sexism, bro. Like what?
Well, I think we should acknowledge, especially Spencer, Cassidy talking down to James as he's a black man, and then wanting to vote out Ryan and other men
like
of
how
color.
many black people has she voted for this season? You know, it's
all of a sudden, Bitter becomes like a social justice warrior.
We're 3 votes. We're 3 votes away from getting all the women out of this season.
We're so close to greatness. This
might be the best season of Survivor ever. This will get it back on board.
Like Cassidy. Wait, how many women are left? It's Cassidy, Noelle, and Carla.
It's Cassidy,
right?
Noelle, and Carla. Yep.
So like,
and
Noelle
at this point, Noelle is pretty base. So at this point, it's just Carla and Cassidy. Those are the only two real problems. Because like someone like Noelle, I couldn't see her being like, I'm only voting for women at the end, or like, let's go all women alliance. She may do it, but she's definitely not spearheading it.
Oh no, I just want the women to go.
Think. Right. To me, I think that Carla and Cassidy are more of your problems. Whereas I really don't see Noelle as a problem at all.
No, at this point, you bring 2 women to the end with you because then there's only 2 women on the jury. And that's not a lot of votes. You don't have to spare a women's vote.
Oh, no, yeah, because she's the first boot or first per person.
Yeah, if I'm Sammy, I'm bringing
you
know, Cassidy and Noelle.
That's so weird that Janine gets the jury, but like Ellie doesn't. That's so crazy. That's insane.
Yeah. Also, I want. Oh, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
So to me, I looked at this episode as like it was James again. His arc is building up. I really think James is bound for a big blind set at some point. I don't know if you guys agree, but I feel like he's getting built up in a way that isn't necessarily like a winners or like a runners up or like a final juror where he's like the fire making loser. Like he's getting built up for a big blind side, and it's coming eventually. And they're teasing us, and they're finally gonna give it to us. I think the issue comes with how. Is it done by Carla? Does she take control? Is it done by the same culprits as many of the blind sides from this season in Jesse and Cody? It's to be seen. And that's why I'm happy. Like the blind side isn't just telegraphed. I feel like there's possibilities here. What do you guys think is going to happen as far as this 7-4? I guess 7-3 now. Do you feel like this 7's going to stick together? There's no way again.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
no
not.
shot.
They all hate each
No
other. I
way.
know they all hate each other.
Yep.
I know that Cassidy hates Jesse, Cody, and Ryan. So that's already, they're
Yeah,
in part of the alliance.
I don't see Cassidy and Carla like staying with their alliance, whether it's because of the whole woman thing or whether it's because of this or that. I think Cassidy, Carla, and James, your true Cocos, I think you're going to see them take control at some point. Or this next episode, they're going to get blindsided. But I think it's either they take control or get blindsided. There is no waiting and like, let's vote out, I don't know, some like Owen or something. To me, I feel like this is take control or go down for both Vessi and Coco, with Sammy and Owen kind of straying in the middle. We'll see.
Well, now that Janine's gone, Cassie's probably the person that weighs the least, right? So I was thinking that, she might not even make it to the next episode. Carla might eat her, because she'd be like,
we still
okay,
think there's
well,
a chance that Gabler would get medevac?
Nah, I think
it's been a long time
so long since they've been like, oh my gosh, she's deteriorating. Blah, 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 blah. I think it's over now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he did say something about deteriorating this episode, didn't he? Though
I don't know. I don't remember
when they were all talking about how hungry they are and stuff like that.
I mean, they're all talking about how hungry they are.
It's like, it's like you've been out here for like 2 weeks. Get over it.
Yeah, like, stop being a bitch.
Captain Cold has a question for you guys. He says, thoughts on Carla getting to lead the food section of this?
I think it's perfect. It makes sense too.
Yeah.
Like,
would you pick anyone else?
Who would you pick besides Carla? What she said, she had a dream. What was she saying? I wasn't like really paying attention to that part.
I have a dream.
That one day I'll be able to eat
that
all the
one
food.
day all the food will be in my belly and will be equally distributed among my belly.
She originally applied to Master Chef, but she started eating all the food, so they put on Survivor.
Master Chef.
Put on Master Chef, but she ate all the food inside the kitchen, so they couldn't have the season.
What did you make for us, Carla? Where's the food?
I think. See, everyone's sold on this Carla winners edit. I'm not.
Why?
I think Carla. Wait, why am I not sold? You're saying?
No. Why are people sold on it? I haven't.
Yeah, no. I mean, because she's getting like a positive edit, which isn't really happening for many people in the game. But people are mistaking this edit for a winner's edit just because you're getting a positive edit. We saw Mike get a very positive edit. He almost got no negative content, but it's about the type of content you're getting, and I don't see Carly getting that personal content. It's more of her in the game. It's always about the game, and your winners, at least for the past 2 seasons, have gotten pretty personal edits. Even Erica, who didn't really get much of an edit at all. So I think Carla's not going to win the game. I see her going out at 8, maybe 9. Well, no, because next episode is 10 and 9. So unless she's going out in the next episode, 10 and 9.
A double boot?
Now, yeah. So I'm kind of speculating here, but every time we've had this double boot thing in this new era, which I'm getting so annoyed with it. Like, why is it? And now every season, our 10th and 9th boot have to be this like ridiculous, like kind of weird vote that isn't even real. And now you have to give them like a bad edit because you can't give someone who goes out in a person with 5 people tribal edit. Like, it's just stupid. Like, but back to my, to my theory that's kind of connected to the edit here. The people who go out in these tribals have weird edits, like really weird edits. Who at this point has an edit fit for going out in this double boot, double tribal episode?
Imagine Carla and James.
I think Ryan.
I was gonna say.
I think Ryan. Yeah, I feel like Ryan is almost really a lock here. Just because he doesn't have any like those big friends, and that's
they'll call it the double trouble when James and
then
Carla get voted out back to back. Because
I don't see like a big. Okay, Jesus, guys, that's like 5 in a row.
James is he's shaping up out there. He's actually doing the Survivor diet.
Y'all know who EDP is, right? He low-key looks like him.
Yeah,
like
no, he does
okay.
not
He's like half the size, at least half the
bro.
size.
Like put an Eagles cap
like
on him, bro.
Let's not talk about EDP.
EDP lost 105 pounds.
He's got other issues that we shouldn't talk about on here.
EDP lost 105 pounds. Did you guys not hear it?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I've heard a lot of other
he's
things. I wasn't
talking-
worried about his
yeah,
weight.
he's talking to girls that are 105 pounds. Anyway,
There you
so,
go.
A little bit less than that, actually. Probably a little bit less.
anyways,
than that, actually.
so to me, I don't really see James going much farther, but I don't see him going out in this next episode. I think his edit's too big.
I could have seen
Again,
it this episode. It seemed like at the beginning they were
Yes.
setting up James going
Yeah, it
because
seems like
Owen,
Yes,
his whole thing
definitely.
with Owen.
But I think that the James boot has its own episode. I think James is getting built up as too large of a player, too big of like a mafioso boss. Like, oh,
Well-
if you target me, you go home. In the
They
the
literally were
preview.
talking about that in the preview. Yeah, like he's not the Godfather. Oh my God, they were saying something like that. He's like, he's not the
what
Godfather. I'm
what,
mad at
what
him. Or
season
something like
are
that.
you watching? Because James is not. I mean, he's a decent player. He's not the Godfather.
But that's why
Come on now.
Sammy's so good. It was
That- no,
Sammy's
that's what
idea
Owen
to
said.
take out like Ryan, and that's why James lied to Owen. Well, he told Owen the truth at the time,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But it
he
was
did.
Sammy's idea, but Owen's blaming James,
Yeah,
that's
which is good. I mean, it's good for
Well,
Sammy's game.
It's a bit confusing because I think James is going to be a big boot, but I don't really see who's going to flip on James. Like he has his whole tribe is on his side, and I don't see Carla or Cassidy flipping on
it
him
would just be
before.
Baca and Vessi voting him.
Well,
So,
no,
yeah,
it could.
exactly. It'd have to be everyone coming together except his own tribe, which
I
is
could
tough.
see that
I mean,
though,
it's
because
tough, it's
Sammy's
tough.
working.
Cassidy
with Baca
Loki
and
doesn't
Vessi.
like him. I think she would flip on him. Honestly, she like seemed really annoyed with him this episode. Cassidy.
Yeah,
when
and
they were,
she's,
like, talking
Cassie's
and
also
stuff.
racist, so
Yeah, well, she's sexist and racist. So I mean, that's the double trouble right there. Honestly,
we don't support those kind of players on this podcast.
Wait, hey Spencer, how much you want to?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this guy in timeout because he's spamming, but I'll also answer his question. He said, "Hey Spencer, how much you want to bet we get a woke feminism moment at one of the split tribals where Cassie speaks about how many women have been voted out next week?" I actually think it's probably gonna come. I hope
It'd
they
be
don't
so
include
funny.
it that much.
If it'd be
I
so
hope-
funny if they talked about that and then she gets voted out of the tribal council.
Oh my gosh, don't get my hopes
The
up.
guys like,
I would
the
be
guys are
totally
like,
fine with it if she gets voted
"Anyways."
out.
Yeah, the guys are all nodding along to her feminist speech, and then they just vote her out.
and then just
That-
vote her ass out.
It'd be perfect. I would honestly be okay with it if they put the whole woke feminist thing in it just for her to get voted out and the very next that'd be chef's kiss, honestly.
I thought we were gonna get the woke moment out, like the really quick one we got this episode where Cassie started talking about the women going, which makes sense because there's only 4 left, so you would bring it up. But the fact that another woman just went again after that, now I think it's gonna be a bigger.
I think it shows that like Carla and Noelle
I mean,
don't really
I'm
care as
happy
much as
'cause
Cassidy.
That just means views for my channel. So I mean, I'm chilling.
It
But go
seems
ahead.
like Carla actually doesn't really care that much about it.
I mean,
which
I don't know
can
if
respect,
Cassie
to be
really
honest.
cares, or if she just really wanted Ryan out and was using it as her selling point.
I
Carla
don't-
hasn't
I
said
don't
anything
think-
about it, has she?
I think it's hilarious too that Cassidy was talking to James and she's like, let's just get out one more guy and then we can get all the girls out. She's a girl. Like that's so believable that she wants to get the girls out. She's a freaking, how dumb are you, James? Like Jesus. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, Carla's a few whoppers away from being a man anyway, so
True.
I don't think she considers herself a woman out there.
Maybe that's why she's like friends with James a lot. She actually thinks they're like totally dude bros. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
No, I mean, looking from an objective point of view, Carla is playing an okay game right now, right? She was kind of leading her tribe before the merge, and at the merge, she's playing under the radar, but in the majority alliance. I think Carla's actually going to get to around the, final 7, final 5 area, and maybe be like the big obstacle that they have to take out right there.
Like the Ricard.
Yeah, kind of like the Ricard, yeah.
Yeah, they're both gay and they both suck
You know
and they
what's
get
funny?
voted out at the end.
Right now, I think Jesse has Cody, and on top of that, he has
Did Cody never ask for his idol back?
We
He's just
never saw it.
living. He's waiting. He doesn't need it right
He's
now.
waiting to lose. if
Imagine
doesn't
he
get
just
his
like
idol back.
imagine he just
We got-
forgot.
We got to talk about
Like-
Jesse having Janine's idol. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. He
I
has
did not see
both.
that coming.
He has both right now.
But this
Both
makes sense
idols.
why Jesse voted out Dwight last episode, because he got to keep the idol and now no one knows he has it.
That's
But
cool.
he didn't know that Dwight had that idol.
No,
No,
the
Dwight
Dwight gave
handed
him
it to him
Jesse's
before the
idol.
vote.
I mean, Janine's idol. Did you not see
Oh.
that?
And everyone's like, why would it made no sense for him to vote out Dwight there? But now that we know he got the idol, voted out Dwight, now no one knows that Jesse has an extra idol. It
Yeah,
makes all the
smart.
sense in the world to do it.
Mhm.
Yep, it does. It
might
makes
have just
tons of
fleeced-
sense.
Fleeced. What's it? Cody. Maybe Cody just like actually forgot though. and was
No, I
surprised.
think he's the way he said it. He was like, I technically have 2, but it seemed like I will give it back if he asks for it.
he can say
I don't
no, right?
think-
He can, but from
I'm
what we've
just
seen
not
this season, it
so
just seems like they're
invested.
they're together to the end. It seems like.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm-
you
I'm
can
just-
say no,
I'm
right?
just-
If someone gives you,
I'm not sold on Jesse at this point. Like his pre-merge edit, I was sold on it. He's just it's slowed down and it's not the same type of edit anymore.
you know, as a slow
I'm-
down, Sammy. Boom.
Okay. But
Winner's
like
edit.
I don't know. To me, like not Cody. Jesse to me has less of a chance to win at this point than Cody. I think Cody has a better shot to win right now based on his edit, which is crazy. Like we were saying before, like it can't be Cody. He's a fan favorite. Jesse though, maybe. I think at this point, to me, Jesse's like edit is so weird. Like I can't. I
It
Just kind
does-
of
I don't
resurfaced
understand.
this episode, you know.
It makes me think Jesse's not going to win because if he did, they would be showing how great of a player he is at this point.
He'd also have a
And
constant edit.
how do you not highlight that? Like that should have been the whole episode last week. Is Jesse
Mhm.
Jesse
Getting
playing
both of them.
Dwight to get to both idols, but they didn't
Yeah.
play that
But
up.
do you
It
think
was like
he
an
really
afterthought
played
in this
him?
episode.
I
Well, it has to
really
be.
don't. I
It
really
seemed like
don't
Dwight
think
just
he
gave
did.
it to him. Like it didn't
Well,
seem like
Dwight obviously trusted
Yeah, I was gonna say
him by giving it to him.
I really feel like he didn't put that together in his head. He just voted out the person who you wanted to vote out. Like,
What are the chances the
don't-
person you were going to vote out beforehand also just gave you an idol?
Well,
I
he
think
had
it's- I
already
think they're
talked about
related.
voting him out, but before that, though, like I honestly think it was just a coincidence. Just
I don't
either
think
way,
it's because you're like
if-
this
I
is the
think that
this
if-
person just gave me
if-
their idol. If I don't vote him out,
if
I think
he's-
he's going to want
if-
it back when he comes back.
If he's telling production, "Oh my god, I just made this crazy move," they're gonna put that in. That's like
not if
exactly
he's
what
not
they
the
want.
winner. If he's not
Cutthroat.
the winner, it wouldn't really matter that much. I feel like
No,
that's
it
why I
doesn't
think he's not the
matter.
winner. I mean, because
No,
like
it just,
I mean,
it
no,
does-
dude,
it
if he
does
was
not
the
matter.
winner, they would have shown
doesn't matter at all.
100%. They
Even
would
if it was by
No,
accident, they
no,
still
no,
should have played that up more, which is weird.
Exactly.
didn't.
They would have played it up if it actually happened. That's
I'm
why I
saying
really don't
if it
think
actually
that
happened,
actually happened.
but even if it didn't happen on purpose, I still think they didn't play it up as much as it should have been.
There's
So
no way
true.
like Jesse didn't say anything like, "Oh, I have Dwight's idol. I'm about to vote him out. Look how cool I am." He would have. Yeah, he definitely said.
Because
something.
imagine Tony doing that move. They would have said, I've been Tony's whole plan. Okay, I just got this idol
Yep.
from one of my alliance members who was in my original tribe, but I'm going to vote him out, have an idol that no one now knows that I have. And that's a amazing plan. One of the hardest strategies probably to do is get someone to trust
Yeah.
you so much and then vote him out.
Well, I don't know. To me, it's tough. I'm not sold on Jesse as a player, and I don't think that was the move that he wanted to make or some sort of mastermind plot. If it is great for him, I don't believe in Jesse right now as a player.
It's just weird that like
who do you-
they've controlled the first 3 votes, right? Cody
Yeah.
and Jesse. But it feels like it doesn't
but
feel like they did though.
It feels short term. It feels like someone's
Yeah.
about to come in and take it. Probably Coco.
Like they're
So-
owning the game, but it doesn't
Sammy
feel like
specifically.
they're edited like they're owning the game.
At all,
'Cause
right?
Sammy
It
is.
feels like they're like the more their flaws or their potential flaws like that could come out in the future are being shown. Whereas, to me, I think players like Carla and James are getting more of a long term, at least for like a few more rounds edit. Whereas, Jesse can go at any moment, like next episode, and to me,
Yeah, I agree.
it would make perfect sense. You know what I mean?
It just, but they get edited like they're like sidekicks. Like I feel like they should be aligned to someone who is the master strategist, and they're like their 2 allies.
Yeah.
That's how they're edited right now, which is weird, considering they're not.
It's
sidekicks.
definitely confusing. What do you guys think for did you think anyone's like winning chances got demolished or started back up again this episode, or
No,
are we
not
still
really.
sticking the same?
I mean, I think James kind of is starting to have like some sort of like a downfall edit, but
Yeah,
I think
I
Owen's
don't,
gonna be.
I don't think he was ever gonna win though. So
I think I'm
I
more
think
convinced
Owen's
Owen's going to be a end game player. Probably not
Yeah.
going to win, but
Yes.
he's going to be there at the end.
I definitely think he's gonna be in the
I think he's
finale.
definitely going to be there, and he could win. I think it's a
If
toss.
Sammy isn't there, he's probably the next best choice.
I think-
right?
I
As of
think
right now,
yeah,
at
well,
least.
exactly, and I think Owen is the type where if he can get to the end and like talk about how he made some of those moves, and it wasn't just Sammy, even if it's not true, if he can make the jury believe that, I think that's his to ticket to winning, and I could see it happening. That it's just a matter of like, can he get there and do it? You know, because a lot of times you get the final tribal and you just can't do it. Like you just don't have it. And so I'm curious to see what's going to go down. What's our LVP for this episode?
I mean, I want to say Janine just because she sucks, but she got voted out. So
Oh yeah, she got voted out.
I'm trying to think. Like who? Dude,
Ryan?
I actually don't know.
Just he's not playing
It's
the
hard
game.
to say Ryan because like he should have went home, but he didn't.
Yeah, but he didn't.
So, yeah,
To be
but
fair,
I
it
think-
wasn't
I
with his
think
own
that's the
doing
point.
though.
Maybe Cassidy because she still voted incorrectly and she
Yeah,
wanted
Cassie's
Ryan
only
to go.
only person that voted incorrectly besides
My vote's
Janine,
for
who got
Ryan,
voted out.
but if you guys want Cassidy,
I'm voting
we can
Cassie.
go
She's
for
literally the
Cassidy.
only person that didn't vote correctly.
I'm gonna vote Ryan.
She also handled her like not getting right. Like she didn't get her way, and she also was aggressive in not getting her way.
Yeah,
with
like she was very
James.
she was very mean towards James, which just shows that she's racist and
Aight.
sexist. But
But
you know.
also a woman, Spencer. Remember,
We can talk. God.
Like that's LVP already.
For what? What do you mean?
Being a woman.
I think
of
that
course,
she's racist, you know. So
Yeah, she's
that's
a
also
racist.
pretty
Oh.
LVP. Remember,
So
she's
if anyone
racist and
defends
sexist.
Cassie-
We are an equitable
in the
channel.
comments,
here
if
on
anyone
Survivor Spencer,
defends-
so
Cassie in the comments, you're defending a bigot. Just let you know.
She wants the black people to get voted out and the men to get voted out. That's I don't know.
She
man.
wanted
That's-
Ryan out, and you bet she wants James out.
I know she's like, you know, she went
I know
when
it deep
Dwight
in
went
my
home,
heart.
bro. She was like, "Oh, let's go, baby!" Like that. That's how she was feeling. After
She's
the
gonna
vote.
actually say, "I want to create a white women's alliance." I mean, a women's alliance.
white woman's alliance.
I want to create a woman, white.
That's
I mean,
crazy, bro. A white woman's alliance is.
I want to create a
crazy.
white. I mean,
Anyways, who's the MVP, guys?
MVP.
this
I'm
one's kind
thinking
of hard.
Jesse.
I don't think
Like,
a lot
I
of
think you
people
gotta
say
say. I think Cody because he's the one that's like, no, we're sticking with Janine.
I think
that's what
did
happened.
Sammy vote correctly?
Yeah,
That's
everyone
all.
voted
everyone
correctly
voted
besides Cassie.
Okay, then
Sammy was MVP, but then it didn't go his way. But it's not like he's not going his
Well, I
way would
think he
backfire on him,
realized
so he's not
that-
LVP.
I think that he
I would
realized
say James
doing
kind of like
fine.
obviously the preview doesn't look good for him, but I think he got exactly what he wanted here.
But
And
he
he's in
played the
complete
whole
control.
Owen thing terribly. Like when he said, "Owen, you're
I
safe."
get
you
it,
should
but
step
like
down. That was so
he
stupid.
has a lot of friends and he's in control. There's not many.
Who's his friends?
He also has a lot of weight on him.
Carla,
so-
Cassidy,
Carla
but,
and
like, he was
Cassidy,
sitting
and
there with both of
Cassidy's
them.
not even really that loyal to him.
Yeah, she's
What?
like
No,
not, she doesn't
that's
like
cap,
his
that's cap.
kind.
She
like-
voted different than him. That's how much she did not care about
Who's
what
the
he had
MVP
his
then?
idea.
Okay.
I'll give it to Jesse or Cody. I
You
mean, no,
guys-
Jesse because he got an extra idol now, and
No.
this was his. He wanted her. This was him and Cody ran this vote.
It's
so.
a democracy, but my vote is going to be for James.
I guess I'll vote Jesse.
How do you not get
It-
an extra? I mean, I guess it's technically the last episode, so the last episode you should have been MVP, Jesse. But
They should have shown it last
Yeah.
episode, Loki. But
It's this interesting logic here. Do you guys have anything else that you guys want to say about this episode before we go into the universes?
well, do we have any questions? Do we have to answer?
I was scrolling. I think we got through most of them. Someone asked, "What did Cassie do that was racist?"
oh, she
that I
wanted to
missed?"
vote out all the black people.
Uh,
That's why.
She said, "James, I don't necessarily want to do your plan." And why would she question a black person's strategy?
On God, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
Cassidy.
She has to
racially
acknowledge her
motivated
privilege by
question mark.
saying she wants to do something different.
yeah, she was
It's messed
very
up.
racially motivated this
Oh my
episode.
god, that's
She does like Ryan and she
You
does like
guys are
James.
goofballs.
There seems to be are those the only two black dudes left on the season? And those are the two
Yeah,
that
she
she
voted out
doesn't
the
like.
white already.
And
Ryan
those are
James,
the
yes.
two people she doesn't like. I don't know.
Oh,
seems kinda
it's
sus.
so
just-
weird.
It cannot be a coincidence.
Cannot be
Anything bitter?
coincidence.
Well, okay, so Lucas calling me out saying give credit where credit's due. Cassidy is saying that about women so she can maintain a backup plan when the 7 cracks. Lucas, it sounds like you're on crack.
I agree. No,
I mean, of course it's her backup plan. The women's alliance is every woman's backup plan. Is the gender thing.
when are we gonna have a gay black midget alliance?
When they start casting enough gay black midgets,
There's
the
like 5 of
racism
them on
that-
one season.
they need to make up. They need a whole season of black gay midgets, so we're guaranteed an alliance of them.
Oh my
They gotta give them
Okay.
boxes. they can sleep in.
What's going over there in the Skylander universe?
I'm actually working on a video right now. I know it sounds crazy.
Oh
I am
my
doing it. I'm doing it. So yeah, hopefully that'll come out soon. I'll let you guys know about it later.
Well, I mean, that's
I'm
just so
doing
much
it.
information that was just given to us.
Yeah.
I can do so much with that information. He's
You
working on it,
can.
guys. Oh my gosh.
It's in the workshop right now as we speak. I'm working on the script.
Bitter. What's going on in Bitter Universe? Making a video anytime soon? No.
I don't know, but I want to point out that Spencer forgot to put Sky above me in the podcast. So this is remember this episode.
It means it's an upgrade. Now, I'm just kidding. You're going
Damn. You should have not just said anything. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
Now things feel correct. I should be in my own area. Like
You're a
Yes,
bottom.
you are. You are lower, and you mean less.
I'm
Anyways,
the one
guys.
holding this podcast up. That's why I'm on the bottom.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, is that it? Yes, guys. None of this happens like you guys. You guys can listen to these podcasts as well as our Power Ranking podcast, which is every single Sunday, except the last one because we retired. It's the weekend. But every podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, it's on there. I guarantee you. Just look up Survivor Spencer or check the link out in the description. Again, none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, Sky is just sitting at home alone doing nothing because he has no social life. Bitter sitting at home watching the Eagles because he's a loser.
Yeah,
Again,
I hate
none of
sitting
this
home
happens-
watching my team win every week. It's hard.
See, week
See you guys.
16, that's gonna change actually though, low key. But
Oh, see
You
you
could have
guys.
mentioned
Peace.
the Phillies losing the World Series, but